Okay, let me now create one. Let me say MOCKITO demo. So what I'll do, I'll create a Maven project. Next, click on next. Next, select this quick start template. Now what I'll do, MOCKITO demo. So MOCKITO demo. Okay, I'll select this 1.5 from 1.5. I'll just select this Java build path. Click on here, remove, add library, GRE system library, JDK. So I'm changing this to 1.5. No, sorry, 1.8. Similarly, I'm changing to 1.8. Compiler also 1.8. Okay. So this is my MOCKITO demo one. So first I'll write my business class. Okay. First I'll write my business class. So what I'll do is I'll write simple class. Okay. So new class calculator. Okay. What I'll do is here, I'll just write one method called sum. And this I'll take in num1 into num2. And here I'll say num1 plus num2. Okay. So this method takes two inputs. So calculate sum and returns the result. Okay. Similarly, I'll say product also. Public int product of int num1, num2. And here I'll say return num1 into num2. Okay, this method okay. So this method this method takes two inputs, calculates product and returns the result. Okay. So this is my sum and this is the product. Okay. So what I'll do is now I'll write a test code. Where I'll write the test code? Where I'll write in the test folder, right? So I'll write a test code. Here I'll write. Okay, so we should not use this. This is a old code. Okay, your Maven will generate the old version of JUnit. So which is this 3.8. So we should not use this. We should use latest version. So let me go here and copy this version. Okay, JUnit Jupyter. Okay. So here what I'll do, here I'll say, I'll just rename this. I'll say calculator test. Okay. So I'll just delete this and then, okay, unit test for calculator. Okay, so now let me write one test method here. @test. So public void sum test. Okay. So what I am doing from the calculator part, I want to test this method. So we know, right, what we have to do. Just I'm telling. Define input, define expected input. Sorry, define input. I'll say num1. This is a test data. Some 10. Int num2 equal to 20, right? And then define expected output. Expected output what? Int expected output equal to, if I add 10 and 20, I should get 30. That is my logic. Okay, but till I call the actual output, I will not get. Now get the actual output. So for that, what I do? So I can say calculator C is equal to new calculator. Okay. Then C dot sum of num1 comma num2, and I'll get int actual output. Okay, so this I'm calling. Now what I'll do, asset equals expected output comma actual output. So this we have seen. Okay, this type of programs we have seen till yesterday, last session. See here, I'll just do one thing. I'll add one print statement here in some method. So here also I'll add one print statement in product. Right? So now if I run this program, you see, JUnit is passing, but at the same time, I'm also getting this print statement. Why? Because when it is calling this method, so this is the line that is getting printed. Okay, when it is calling the actual method, it is printing this. Okay. So now here what is happening? We are calling the real object. This is the real object. So C is the real object. And from real object, we are calling the real method. Okay. So from real object, we are calling the real method. So that is the reason, since it is calling the real method, okay, the logic in the real method gets executed. The logic in the real method gets executed. So that is a reason That is the reason we are able to see this print statement. And it is returning the sum. Suppose here if there is a DB logic, something, some database logic is also there, even that logic also will get executed, right? Currently we don't have that, but just like this system.out.println, how this got printed, even that logic also will get executed, which we should avoid actually. We should avoid. Okay. So that is the reason we are introducing MOCKITO. So in MOCKITO, what we do? In MOCKITO, we do not actually create the real objects. So let me comment on this. So we should not create the real objects. So what is the way to create mock objects in MOCKITO? So this is the way. See, real object is like this. A equal to new A. This is the real object. So MOCKITO means the fake object. Okay. Now let us do like this. So what I'll do is calculator C is equal to MOCKITO dot mock of calculator dot. So this is the, and you see this is showing an error. Why? Because this MOCKITO is a third-party library, just like JUNIT. It is a third-party library. Okay. So we have to add that in the form.xml. So what I do is here MOCKITO libraries we are already having JUnit. So we should add MOCKITO dependencies also. So for that we should add two dependencies. One, MOCKITO core. I'll tell you dependencies in detail when I explain in Maven. That is the next unit. After MOCKITO, the next tool we are going to see is Maven. So here it will be org.mockito. It's a third party library, just like JUnit. And here I'll say MOCKITO code. And here I'll say 2.19.0. Okay, this is the, if you have doubt with the version, right, you can also refer in the Maven dependency also. You can take the latest version. MOCKITO core Maven. You can take the latest version. Yeah, so 4.11 is also there. Okay, you can use this version also. You can use this version. I'll copy this as it is. Don't worry, I'll explain you this link also when I explain you Maven. Okay, all your dependencies are present here. And then we should add one more dependency, MOCKITO JUnit Jupyter. Let me take that also. MOCKITO JUnit Jupyter. Okay, you see this also. Copy this. See, two dependencies we should add for MOCKITO. One core, one MOCKITO will be integrated with JUnit. See, always MOCKITO will be combined with the JUnit. Okay, JUnit is a unit testing code. Okay, if you use without MOCKITO, JUnit will be working on the real objects. When you use MOCKITO, JUnit will work on mock objects. Now let me import this package now. Let me save this. Sometimes, Maven dependencies. So for that, what you have to do is run just go here. Update project. So Maven, click on update. Sometimes the libraries will not be reflected. So again, it got changed to 1.5. Let me change this. Always when you update the project, so it changed to 1.8 and compiler also 1. Because old version we have some classes. In the new version, those classes got removed. Let me do that. Yeah. Let me take this version only, 2.19, because 4.19 some latest classes have come, but we'll follow these classes, mockito.mock. Okay, but I'll tell you with annotations also, but this is the basic. To learn Mockito, you have to start from basic. Okay, so let us go with Mockito core 2.19.0 and 2.19.0. Okay, so though latest version is 4, okay, we'll go with the basics because mockito.mock is the basic way of creating the mock object. So now C is the mock object reference. Here C is the real objects. So in this way, we can create this one, and here C is the real mock object reference. Now, what is the intention of mock object? What is the intention of mock object? Mock object should work like real object, but it should not be the real scenario. That is the intention of mock object, right? So mock object. Yes, last session I told you. Mock object will work like a real object. It will simulate that behavior, but it is not the real behavior. I mean, it is not the real logic. So the behavior will be same, but the data will not be same. For example, you are writing mock exam and there is a real exam. Before writing the real exam, you will write the mock exam. The behavior of the real exam and the mock exam is same. What is that behavior? Real exam is having 100 multiple choice questions. Your mock exam also will have 100 multiple choice questions. Okay, real exam is having each question say 0.5 negative marks. If you wrongly answer, 0.5 negative marks. Your exam also has the same rule, but the thing is, the set of questions that might be asked in mock exam and in the real exam are different. If you are lucky, whatever the mock exam questions have come, the same questions might come in real exam. That depends on your luck. But mock exam questions might be tough and real exam questions might be easy. Okay, the data is different between the mock exam and the real exam, but the behavior is same. The behavior is same. So here also in our MOCKITO framework also, we have to create a same behavior of the real method. Okay, but it should not actually work on the real logic. It should create the behavior, but should not create the real logic. Okay, so I'll tell you here. Now I created the mock object, right? Now what I do now we need to create same behavior of real object method, same behavior of real object method. Okay, so how we'll define the behavior? Okay, how we will define the behavior? How we'll define the behavior? So that is what we are going to see now. So what is a behavior? See, in the real object, what is the behavior? I mean, if you see the real object, what is a behavior? So when some method is called, that will go here and it will add two numbers and return the result. That is a real behavior. Okay, right? So let me write here. The real object method, some behavior is when we call some method from the real object reference. So the sum method will take two input parameters and return the sum of the two input parameters as the result. So that is a real object method. The real object sum method behavior is when we call sum method from the real object reference. The sum method will take two input parameters and return the sum of the two input parameters result. Now, this is the logic of the real method. Now we have to create the same behavior for mock also. So for that, what we do is, now you see. So when we call some method from the real object reference. Now, when we call some method from the mock object reference, when C dot sum of num1 comma num2, okay, num1 comma num2, what I have to do? Then return num1 plus num2. Now this when is a part of MOCKITO. See, this when is a part of your MOCKITO library. Similarly, then return. Okay, this then return is a method. It is a method of when. So you see this English statement I have converted to this. So here what is happening? You see, when some method of mock object is called, okay, when some method of mock object is called, okay, where some method mock object reference is called, okay, where the method takes two input params. The method takes two input params. The result will be sum of two input params. So when some method of mock object reference is called, where the method takes two input params, the result will be sum of two input params. That is what here I'm doing. So when C dot sum of num1 comma num2, then return. See, it is just like an English statement, but these are part of your MOCKITO libraries. Then return num1 plus num2. Now what I do is, now this is the logic. This is the mock object logic. So this is the mock object logic. So this is the mock object logic. I mean mock object, mock object sum method logic. Okay. Now what I do is, you see, now on this mock object now, see on this mock object now, just like how you are calling the real object, just call this sum of num1 comma num2. Okay. And then I'll just say int actual output. Just listen this, okay? Just listen this. I'm just telling you. See what in the real method what we are doing. Just I'll compare this. Let me take this. So let me take this. So this is your this is your real method, real object, and then this is your actual output, right? And then what I'm doing, and then I'm doing this, right? So now when you call this, so let me take this also. This is present in the calculator class. Now, when you call this, when you're creating the real object and when you're calling this sum, it will call this logic, this method, so that this logic gets executed. This is your actual business. This is your actual business logic. Business logic. Okay. So this will get executed, and that returns a result by summing these two numbers, and that I'm assigning to actual output, and I'm comparing the expected output to actual, and this is passed. Now this, you can think like this is your real exam. You can think like your real exam, where you are attending this real exam. So now what I'll do, instead of real exam, I'll create a mock exam. So now what I'll do is, now I'll have like this. Okay. Now similar to real exam, I have to create a, see, just like real exam behavior is, what is real exam behavior? It takes two integers and return the sum of the two integers. That is the behavior, right? You can think like this. See, real exam is having 100 questions. Okay. And 100 questions are multiple choice. Okay. Similarly, this is your real method. So real method is taking two integers and returning the sum. Okay. Now, similar to real exam, okay, see, similar to real exam, okay, see, real exam is having 100 questions, 100 multiple choice. Similar to real exam, I'll create a mock exam. Okay, and mock exam is also having 100 multiple choice questions and all that. But these questions and these questions are different. These questions and these questions are different, but the behavior is same. Behavior between both exams is same. Both exams is same, but questions are different. Okay, questions are different. Okay. Now similarly, this is your real method. This is your real method. Okay. And what is real method? So takes two integers and returns result, the sum of two integers. Okay, this is the behavior. Now, and for this behavior, this is the logic. This is the logic. Okay. Now, similarly, for mock exam also, for mock method also, I will create this behavior. Okay. For real method, this is the behavior. This is the logic. Okay. And for mock method, this is the logic. But the behavior is same. But this is the logic for the mock method. Now, when I say c dot sum, here when I say c dot sum, it is going to the real method logic. Now when I say c dot sum here, that will call this logic. It will not go here. Because this is your mock object and mock method. And when you call mock object dot mock method, that will call this logic, this mock logic. See, when you're attending mock exam, you will get questions from your mock exam mode. You will not get questions from real exam. Similarly, when you are calling the mock method, the logic in the mock method gets executed, but not the real method logic. Not the real method logic. Okay. So what is your mock method logic? What is your mock method logic? num1 plus num2. That means when I pass num1 and num2, num1 plus num2 is returned. Okay, and that will be your actual output. Here you are getting actual output by calling your real method logic, the real method logic. But here you are getting actual output by calling this mock method logic. Now, in this way, using MOCKITO, we are avoiding calling the actual logic, but the behavior should be same. So you will define a behavior where this behavior and this behavior should be same, but the logics are in two places. Okay, so this logic is in this method, and this logic is here. So MOCKITO will work in that way. You can think like this: just real exam, mock exam. Your real exam behavior is same as mock exam behavior, but mock exam is having different set of questions than real exam. Real exam questions and mock exam questions are different, but same behavior. Okay, same behavior. Okay, same multiple choice questions, 100 marks. Everything behavior is same, but questions are different. So here also the behavior of these two are same, but the logic, I mean, we say the way of executing the logic is different. So here this logic is in this method, and here this logic is called using this method, using this MOCKITO. So that's why whenever I say c.sum, this is your mock object reference, and when this is a mock object method, now that will call this logic, this one. That's why I defined here, see, when c.sum, when you are calling sum method on the C object, then return this. That means this is the actual output method. So that I'm storing. Okay, that I'm storing here. Now you see. Now when I run this program, I'll show you. When I run this program, you see. So run as JUNIT. Okay, see, in your console nothing got printed. In your console nothing got printed because this is not going to a real method. It is calling this. Internally, it is calling this logic. Okay, see, that's why in console, otherwise if it is calling the real method, means it would have printed this. Because it is a real method, it would have printed this method, this statement, and return this result. But see, in console, I did not get any print statement. But the JUnit got passed. You see, green color. So here what is happening? Without calling the actual logic, with mock method behavior, we are actually making our JUnit pass. See, it is not going to your real method. So this call will execute the above logic. The above logic and not the real method, not the real method logic. This call will execute double logic, not the. So in this way, okay, this is a simple method. Okay, I'll always go with simple and then I'll go to complex. Okay, if I directly explain complex problem, you will not understand. That's why I'll go with a simple method like this. Simple method like this. Okay. I'll tell you that. Just wait for some time. Okay. How we will test the DB behaviors also, I'll tell you. Okay. Just wait for some time. Okay then. So, understood, right, everyone? Now, similarly, if I want to test for product also, the same way. So, @ test. So public void product text. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do here, I'll just say define input, define expected output. Here I said 10 and 20 means I should get 300. Sorry, 200. Okay, 10 into 20, 200, right? So now what I'll do, I'll just create it like this. Same. I'll just copy paste here. Now what I'll do, so what I'll do here, when I say product, okay, product of 2 input, then here it should be num1 into num2. And here I'll say product, right? That's all. So here it will be num1 into num2, okay? And this will call the above logic, not the real method logic, right? So let me run this also. Okay, both are passed, but it is not printing anything in the console. So that means even this product also, if it's calling the real method, means it should have printed here, but it is not printing. That means it is not going to the real method. So it is printing the mock logic. I mean, it is executing the mock logic. That means this logic. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll stop here because now I gave you introduction of MOCKITO. Okay. Let me upload today notes, everything. Okay. I'll upload all the notes. Tomorrow we will see some more examples. Okay. Some more realistic examples on MOCKITO. So I wanted to bring you with small examples on MOCKITO. How it will learn. See, always learn from small. Then larger will be easy for you. Okay. If I directly go to larger, you will not understand. Everyone understood this? Whatever I explained today, MOCKITO's framework, library, whatever the example that I explained, everyone understood. Everyone clear? Okay, good. Okay, good then. So what I'll do is, I'll just what if this logic is error? That means you are not defining your test case properly. That's all. See, you are the person who has written the logic. So you should be able to simulate the behavior. You should be able to simulate the behavior. Okay. So whatever the logic that you written, you know what is the behavior it is going. It is what the behavior is. So you have to write the same behavior here also. If you're writing an error means you do not understand the behavior of that real method. All right, then what I'll do is I will upload all these notes to everyone till now covered. And then tomorrow we'll see MOCKITO, few more programs. Okay, few more programs. Okay, then, yeah. Recorded videos, I don't have that actually. I need to ask our admin. Okay, recorded videos I don't have. I need to ask our management.